An ad on Monday could influence the next of the undergraduate loans framework. How sounds love cute engineering material, but it could be considerable. At the time, students in England are great lent cash to lid their training charges and residing expenses. Concern starts creature added direct off. While they begin work, the graduates pay 9% of their revenue over £25,000 before the lending advantage concern has been pay away. Any eminent obligation leftward following 30-year is spelled away. The cash how the by the government has been credit has been departure up. The year it's anticipated to give £17 bn and get repayments of £3 bn. Obviously, these are really big sums of cash, and the ons is departure to guideline on how cash should be purified on the by the government's balance sheet leaf. Each year at the begin of the budgeting you will listen the Chancellor declaring the forecasts of which will occur to the deficiency and the obligation in the upcoming year. Recall, the deficiency is the sum adopted in a solitary year, the obligation is the full sum owed on cash adopted by subsequent governments. He explains how, while the by the government lends students £14 bn the year, house £17 bn in loans negative £3 bn in repayments, by the government obligation increases by £14 bn, but the deficiency is untouched. Or, if calculated, it would do a big distinction to the deficiency. Recent years' deficiency was £40 bn, so £14 bn is a considerable sum. The cause how the cash goes on the obligation and not the deficiency is how it is purified as a lending how will all be paid behind one date. How tool the just period it would influence the deficiency is in 30-year, that is while any outstanding loans and concern are spelled off, so external the period skyline usually aim by governments. Else odd item on it is how, each year, the sum of concern added to the loans counts as cash the by the government has gained, although largest of it will never be pay. The OBR looked at options for the treat of undergraduate loans and solved how two of them would do feeling. Both of these methods indicate how more than of cash finance to students affects the deficiency while it is great lent, quite rather than in 30-year. Reclassification. Several of the loans as grants may change the balance sheet of financing of charges and support loans behind to grants, on to David Robinson of the Formation Politics Institution. It's as well potential to promote the by the government to range increases in undergraduate numbers to escape future harm to its balance sheet leaf. On the sum brush, the by the government could sensibly say how its financial targets should yet be convicted eliminating undergraduate loans, since the goalposts include been excited. It could though changing the act, as it did in habitation associations, to promote the ons to changing its reason. But Martin Wheatcroft, an advisor to the Institution of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, ICAEW, said fact verify, a changing would perhaps influence the way the Exchequer sees undergraduate loans, maybe challenging it to levy more than current restriction on how lot universities can accusation in charges and how lot students are acceptable for loans. While in December 2017 the by the government sold out pound of undergraduate loans for pound, the just effect in the social finance was how obligation was diminished by pound. Recall how these were loans how the account framework estimated were departure to be pay off incomplete. But down there was no acceptance of the gap among the person importance and the selling cost. Though the ons is not review the way it delicious the selling of the undergraduate lending volume, manufacturing the domestic accounts treat of the loans more than lifelike would be potential to do the turnover less than appealing. The now told the selling had reached importance for cash, though down there was significant ambiguity on the importance of the loans.